Hello, little mouse. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork by CandyFluffs on Instagram. You can find a link to her Instagram and her social media in the description box below. CandyFluff also has her own fandom store. She has a couple of doujinshis out. She has some Miraculous Ladybug themed products, so you should go check her out. Once again, the link to that is in the description box below. Now then, if you haven't already, don't forget to not only like this video, but also subscribe to this channel. As long as we're at it, don't forget to leave a like and a comment in the comment section. If you don't know what to comment, put "Hello, little mouse" to help the YouTube algorithm. Also, if anyone leaves a sassy little comment about how Adrien's lips are drawn in the thumbnail, I'm gonna come at you for it, because it's the art style, and I think it's gorgeous. And we don't need to hold on to masculinity all the time. Anyway, please enjoy Hello, Little Mouse. Adrien Agreste in his bedroom. Well, this is horrible and boring. Adrien stared at his bedroom ceiling, an entire story above him, and sighed. Could he be doing something better with his time right now? Yes, absolutely. But was he going to? Okay, yeah, probably, but not right away. Anybody else feel like bedrooms are devoid of life when you're forced to stay in? #grounded. #at least I have a view, he tweeted, tossing his phone aside before curling upright. Okay, may as well make the most of having some free time. He'd done a good job hiding how far behind he was on homework from Natalie and his father, but now was as good of a time as any to catch up. Well, that's why he was grounded in the first place. He'd chosen the cat noir life over the Adrien Agreste priorities time and time again, and had the grades to show for it. Why didn't you bring cheese? Adrien looked up at Plag's question. Who are you talking to, bud? He asked, leaning back in his chair. You're a mouse, he heard the Kwame yell. What do you mean you don't have cheese? How curious. Adrien stood up and rounded the corner to see Plag shaking MultiMouse? What? Why was Marinette here? Never mind that. He needed to save her from Plag's clutches. Move, he said, tearing the Kwame off of the small superheroine. Hello, little mouse. Adrien feigned ignorance as he picked her up, cupping her in his hands. What brings you here? This. Marinette, MultiMouse held up a daisy. For you. For me? Adrien had to suppress his grin into a smile. She's so cute. Thank you. To what do I owe the pleasure? MultiMouse looked around the room as she scratched her cheek. Ladybug sent me. Ladybug did? His eyebrows shot up. Seriously? Once a team member, always a team member, she said. Wow, so even MultiMouse knew he'd failed Ladybug in the past. Great. Well, at least Marinette doesn't know he knows she's MultiMouse. Sure, LB said she wouldn't use her again, but it's not like Adrien knew her identity, so it worked. Is this all? He asked, setting her down on his piano. Huh? I mean, if you're down to hang out, that'd be nice. What? She drew her arms in, dropping the yellow daisy. Really? Us? Hanging out? Well, it's kind of a one-sided request. He forced a laugh, hoping it would relax the mood. It's not every day I can play hide-and-seek with an actual superhero, you know? Hide-and-seek? You can turn into, lots of yourself, right? Why not make a game of it? You want me to... you want me to hide? In your bedroom? Yeah. I'm not confident I can find just one of you, but if there are a dozen, I should have a chance. Oh, She twirled around, her back to him, and he heard her muttering to herself. Okay, MultiMouse said, turning to face him again. Great, so I'll go, she began, crawling from the lid onto a black key. It sank a bit under her weight, but not enough for the hammer to strike. That's adorable, actually. Hold on, he said, scooping her up. How about a wager? A wager? Yeah, if I can't find at least half, I'll buy you Starbucks. And if you find more? He thought about it for a moment. Well, then I'll still buy Starbucks, but you have to do a favor for me. Huh? Do we have a deal? She looked around the room. Sure. Great. I'll close my eyes and you go hide a dozen times over. Okay. He heard her jump to the floor as he stood in the middle of the room, hands over his eyes. Ready, she called, her voice echoing from all across the room. All right, a dozen MultiMouses. He could work with that. He realized that making her use her powers meant he only had a few minutes, and had to work quickly if he didn't want to put her in an awkward situation. Gotcha, he said, lifting up the TV remote to find MultiMouse number 3 lying underneath it, straight as a pencil. She laughed and ran up his arm to take a seat next to the other 2 MultiMouses on his shoulder, one of which yawned and leaned on his neck before letting out a mild squeak and sitting up straight. Cute. Don't tell Cat Noir we did this, the 7th MultiMouse said, scurrying up his arm. That's weird. Why do you say that? Had he somehow left a bad impression on her before? Because he'd love to do something like this. And she didn't want him to? Huh. He hadn't realized Marinette wasn't a fan of him. And you don't want that? Huh? You don't want this kind of interaction with him? Do you not like him or something? He tried to sound as casual as possible. What? No, I like him. I like him a lot, but... Is he the guy you're crushing on? Adrien interrupted. He'd heard she'd had a big crush on someone. Could it possibly... What, me? With Cat? All of the MultiMouses shook their heads, some laughing and some denying it profusely as the ones he hadn't found ran out of their hiding places to protest. No, not at all. Okay, he laughed, a bit hurt. But is there someone you do like? 12 pairs of eyes stared at him before finding something to look at. Yeah, one of them squeaked. I hope it works out. You seem like an awesome person, so dating you would be just that. A few of them looked at each other before electing one to talk. What about you? Huh? Do you have someone you like? Is it Kagami? Kagami? I do like someone. I like them a lot, actually, but no, not Kagami. You're just friends with her? Look at this smart girl, using her mask to ask bold questions. Not quite. I mean, I like her, but not in a crush way. I don't know how to explain it. They stared at the ground before sighing. I should get out of here, one of them said as others ran to her. You know, timed powers and all that. When will you be back? Huh? So I can buy you Starbucks, obviously. He smiled and used his finger to ruffle her hair. "Oh, you don't have to." "I did find more than half of you, remember?" "Oh," she squeaked. So then what am I?" MultiMouse let the question linger, unfinished, between them. "Camembert." "Huh?" "I need you to pick up Camembert. I've already got a tab running with Leon, so don't worry about paying for it." He could tell she debated it. "If you need to, just tell one of my classmates to drop it off, okay?" Sure." That must have been her hesitation. She didn't know how long Ladybug would let her keep the Miraculous. This way, she could deliver it as Marinette while pretending MultiMouse sent her. "Cool. See you later." "Yeah. Bye," she said, giving a wave with her small hand before scurrying away. Okay. Back to homework. It'd only been 10-ish minutes of distraction, maybe 15, but now he felt refreshed and could probably focus better now. And who knows? Maybe she'd be back sooner than he thought. Either way, MultiMouse had pushed back the curtains of this grounding from a no-good, horrible day to a room full of soft sunlight. She might not be Ladybug, but Adrien knew this little mouse brought a little luck his way. Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already, don't forget to not only subscribe to this channel and check out the artist, but also leave a like and a comment in the comments section. If you don't know what to comment, put MultiMouse is lucky. I will catch you in the next one. Bye!